Hello everyone and welcome to my garage. Welcome to the Groovy Gold Hunter. My name is Heath and this is my gold channel, my pay dirt review channel, my whatever channel. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I still haven't figured it out. But right now we're just doing pay dirt reviews, and I have another pay dirt review, and we will get into it as soon as I go back upstairs because I forgot a bunch of crap. Yeah, we got a pay dirt review, and I just did this one a couple of weeks ago. And the reason why I'm doing it now is because, number one, the only one I got, I'm waiting on a couple more to come in. But number two, when I bought it, this is an eBay pay dirt, and it's that Mariposa Outlaw Mining Company pay dirt. Here's the bag right here. Same Ziploc type of bag, but the reason why I bought it again was consistency. I wanted to see if this pay dirt seller was going to be consistent with his pay dirts. I happened to buy his very first pay dirt ever that he sold on eBay, and he put in specimens, he put in some kind of mercury dime, and it was an extremely good pay dirt. I really did like it. I love the crystalline, I think it's how you pronounce it, crystalline gold.
Crystalline.
I wanted to get another one, see if he was consistent with his pay dirts. This one does guarantee a gram. I did not get any specimens or dimes or anything other than a bunch of stickers. I did get 8 stickers again. We're going to classify it, do what we always do. We're going to see what kind of gold we get out of this bag. But there's the dirt. We'll weigh it, classify it. We'll do what we always do. So let's get started on it. When I got this in the mail, it was very wet. So I had to let it dry out. Let's go ahead and weigh it. 2 pounds, 6 ounces. So not a whole lot of pay dirt, but that's okay. Got to be careful because I just cut this Ziploc bag open so it wouldn't get caught in the Ziploc part. Looks like I got a bunch of dirt clods. I don't know what that is. Yeah, good Lord, look at that. Whoo, do y'all hear that? That's what you call thunder. It is storming at the house as we speak. I'm going to start classifying. I'm trying to figure out how I should deal with these. What I might do is go ahead and get my 1/4 inch classifier. And once I get this 1/4 inch, I'll crush it down. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Because if these things are all nothing more than dirt clods, I need to get that crushed down so we can break that up and get that taken care of. So let me do that right now. Yeah, the first time I did this material from him, it didn't look the same. It was dark, but it didn't look like this. Yeah, and I'm just throwing them in my pan right now because all of that just looks like dirt. I don't see any rocks in there whatsoever. I do see some specks within this dirt. That's very interesting. It could be mica. I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is just get my I might just get my rock crusher and use that to crush down this material. So let me get that broken up and then we will get back to it. Yeah, I just put it in a bowl and just took my rock crusher right here, just kind of tapped on it, didn't get too aggressive with it because it's just dirt. There's no way I'm going to be able to crush all of that dirt down to nothing, so I'm probably going to have to just classify it like I normally do, and then once I get it in a pan, I'm going to have to break those clods up into tiny bits in case there is gold in those dirt clods. It's just a lot of dirt clods. Woo! Boy, that thunder. And the thunder rolls. Now, I did not give you guys the description because, like I said, I just did this a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago. But I did pay a different price for this, and I will tell you what that is in just a second. Before we do that, I'm going to finish classifying this. We will speed it up so you don't have to go through all that. There is the 10 mesh, and yeah, I'll get to classifying the rest, and when I'm done, we will look at it. Done classifying, and I gotta tell you, this is nothing like the first one that we did with this company. I don't know where he gets his pay dirt from, but this is not the same pay dirt as far as just the dirt itself that I got the first time. Here's the classifications right here. I do have 6, but there's a reason why I have 6 with no 1/4 inch. This is a lot of minus 110 right there. We do have 6 classifications. We'll start right here, which is the 10 mesh. Then you have the 20 mesh, the 40 mesh, the plus 60 mesh, the minus 60 plus 110, and all of that is minus 110. And looky here, I've already pulled out the magnetics. That's all there was in there. Now the first pay dirt I did with him, there was all kinds of magnetics in there. I mean, tons of them. So yeah, it's just weird. Totally different pay dirt. We'll see if we got the same gold. I don't know. That's why I'm doing this, guys, because I wanted some kind of test, I guess, see if this guy's consistent with his pay dirt. Now I know, like I said, I'm not getting specimens and all that stuff. What I'm looking for is a gram of gold. The first bag that I did from him, I got nice big sizes, pieces of gold. I don't see that in here so far. So yeah, I'm curious to see how his bags are going to be. I think this is more of an idea of what he's going to be selling. I don't know that for sure because we haven't panned it yet. So we're going to pan it and see what kind of pay dirt I got this time from Mariposa Outlaw Mining Company. The first time I bought this, it was $125 for the pay dirt, $5 for shipping. It was a total $130. This time, total price was $145. It was $135 for the pay dirt, $10 for shipping, made it a grand total of $145. I will say, when I first bought this pay dirt, this guy had no idea who I was. He didn't believe me when I told him after I'd done his pay dirt, and I told him that I liked it because he stayed in contact with me through email. And I told him, once I put this video out, people are going to want to buy this stuff because it was a good pay dirt. I guess he didn't believe me because, what was it, yesterday he sent me an email, said, all of a sudden I'm getting all these people asking me about my pay dirt. Did you put out a video or something? I'm like, I told you I was going to put out a video. And he didn't even know what the video name was. So he has no idea that I am the Groovy Gold Hunter, and I don't see that being a big deal anyway. I got this before he even found that out. So we're going to pan this out. We're going to see how consistent he is. I hope I explained that good. I usually don't do good explaining shit. All right, let's go to overhead. So guess what we're doing, guys? We are making some chocolate milk. Yes, sir. I got a little thirsty and I decided we were going to make us some chocolate milk. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing that minus 110, trying to get as much mud out of there as I can. Instead of putting it in the pan and doing this over and over again, I wanted to kind of get a head start on it. So after all of that stratifying and diluting and mixing and getting all of the mud out, this is not the whole thing, but this is half of it. And I really can't get any more out without starting to dump sands and stuff. So we're just gonna go ahead and pan it. I pretty much panned it all. This is interesting. This looks like sulfides. So the black sands panned back and it left me this silver sulfide looking stuff. Let me do that again. I hope you guys can see it. If you can't, I'll probably do a phone shot of it because my phone does better with pictures. But as I pan this back, I've never seen this before. Black sands being panned back first, and then there's this large amount of silver stuff. There's silver, black sands, and then some silver sands, and I do see a couple specks of gold. You can't see the gold. It's minus 110. There's no way you're going to be able to see it. But let me get a phone shot of it and see if we can get a better look at this. So you can see some gold specks in there. But then let's look at this stuff back here. I'm guessing maybe they're just sands. I don't know. I haven't seen that before. That looks like there's some gold in that as well. So I'm going to have to really be particular with this and try to get as much out as I can. Very interesting stuff. So here is the next batch. This is the remaining bit of the 110, the minus 110. Yeah, there's a huge amount of silver stuff right there. I can see the line. I've never seen that in a pay dirt before. I know you guys out there, the experts, you could probably tell me what that is. My guess is sulfides, but most of that is nothing but silver. I mean, you can see it right there, just what I've done. You see a little bit of black, and then all of that is gray material, silver material. What's even more interesting is I don't see any gold. There's some yellow specks in there. Again, I'll get my phone out and take a quick look at it. But yeah, we're done with that minus 110. But if you guys know what that stuff right there could be, is it pyrite? Is it sulfides? Is it silver? Is it white gold? Hell, I don't know. Let me know. All right, so there's the second batch. And I can see the gold. And look at that stream of silver looking stuff. Plus 110 minus 60 right here. I'm going to do about that much. Do a quick tap. And again, not as much silver stuff in there, but there is some silver stuff in there, along with a couple pieces of gold. So it looks like I've got 3 pieces of gold. And again, I know you can't see them, actually 4 pieces. I see one over there in the corner. And here's the gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. In that little corner right there. Oop. Alright, let's move on. I'll suck all that up and repan it. I think there's 1 piece. We'll get my phone out and look. Actually, no, we won't. I'm not going to sit there and do that. 1 piece of gold. It's so minute you can't even see it. All right, we got 1 more batch of the minus 60 plus 110. There it is. I will stratify it and we'll pan it once I'm done. This stuff pans really easily, but looks like we got maybe 4 or 5 pieces. I'll show you with the phone. And we're done with the plus 110 minus 60. We are on to the plus 60. And there they are. It's about what, 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces. It's not bad. So this is the last one I'm going to do tonight. This is the plus 60 minus 40. It is very late. I'm getting out here about 11:30 at night. Before you know it, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Tap it back, and looks like we got 2 pieces. Take a photo of that, and then we'll move on to the next one. All right, and here's the second batch. Two pieces. 1, 2. All right, so we got 1 more batch. Here's the rest of that. Plus 60 minus 40. Three pieces. 1, 2, 3. I'll suck those up, and we're done with the 60 mesh. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting result because this stuff is nothing like the first one I did. The material is nothing like the first one I did. I haven't gotten to the bigger stuff yet to see the gold itself. The other gold that I've been getting, I mean, it's not even weighable. And we're already through 3 of the classifications. But we still got the 40, the 20, and the 10. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to cut it for the night. We'll conclude this tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello and welcome to another day, and let's continue with this pay dirt. So let's go to overhead and continue with this, and here it is, the 40 mesh, and here we go. Tap this back. Okay, we do have some gold. All right, so there's the first batch. Got a few pieces in there. Let's get on my phone and get a shot of it with that. All right, so there's the gold. All right, so this is the rest of the 40 mesh. I just went ahead and poured it all in. It's already been stratified, so let's pan it. Good enough. Tap it back. And more gold. So about 25 pieces. I'll do another phone shot of it, and then we're done with the 40 and on to the 20.
All right.
And there's the rest of the 40 mesh. A couple black sands, but I'll clean all that up. But see how that's got some red color to it? And that's common in gold. Oxidization, that's the word I was looking for. A little oxidization on the gold. We're on the 20 mesh now, and this is where the material's getting thicker. So this is how I'm going to do this stuff. I'm going to pour a little bit in there. Well, we can only do this really in two as well. So might as well split it in half. But I'm going to stratify it real good, and then I'm going to take my spoon and do this. And that's to try to break up as much of those dirt clods that I can, because it's really hard to tell if it's rocks or just dirt piled up. You saw that dirt earlier. That was just big clods of dirt. Tried to break them up as much as I could. There's the material right there. All right, let's pan it. Tap this one back, and lots and lots and lots and lots of gold. Lots of small gold. Pretty gold. There's some of that crystalline gold. I can see the crystalline gold, but I won't be able to tell if it's all that or not without my phone. So let's go to that right now. And there it is. Oh yeah, that's all crystalline gold. Pretty stuff. Really is. This is about 10 times magnification. I'll go to 1 times to get you a better idea of how small it is. But if you're wondering why all of a sudden my microphone when I do a phone shot is so much better, it is because I started using my Rode mic for my phone shots instead of using just the phone mic. So I'm having to switch my microphone back and forth from my camera to my phone. I got tired of hearing my voice through the phone. It sounded so bad. All right, so here's the second batch. Panned out everything but the gold. Another nice bit of gold there. There it is. Show you on the phone. And there is that bunch. Yeah, there's still more black sands in there. All right, guys, this is the last batch of the 20 mesh, and then we're done with that. We still got the 10 mesh. Here we go. Tap it back and more pretty gold. I'd say about 20 pieces. A lot of gold in that 20 mesh. None of it's big, but still. All right, phone shot and we're done with the 20. On to the 10 mesh. And there she is. Pretty much the same stuff we've been seeing throughout this whole pay dirt. All right, so let's set the stage here. This is what we've got so far. I'm going to try to get you a little shot of it. I think that's probably not even a half a gram, maybe close to a half a gram. And this is what we've got left. Looks like a little bit of dog food. These are a lot of dirt clods. So I'm going to do, it's not that much, so I'm just going to do it in 2. I'm going to have to break that up really good. Being that I just watered it down, it's probably going to do that on its own. Because look how muddy that all of a sudden got. Yeah, once I break this up real good, I want to see what kind of rocks, quartz, if any. I'm just going to go ahead and film this for you so you can see what I do with this stuff. I think I do see some quartz. It's kind of hard to tell. Let me get my spoon in there. Start breaking this up a little bit better. And all I'm doing is just dumping out the muddy water. I think that's the best I'm going to be able to get it. So let's spread this out a little bit. I'm wanting to see what I got here. That's a big chunk of quartz. Shit.
Language.
Two pieces right there. A couple of little pickers. Suck those bad boys up and do the last batch. There they are. Get a close up of that. It's a pretty piece. We'll look at all this stuff under the microscope. And there it is. I say it's tin mesh. It's basically just a hodgepodge of dirt, mud, rocks, and hopefully gold. Because as soon as I start stirring it, look at all that mud. And this is why I never dump my muddy water in my bin. Because if I did that, I would never be able to see what I'm panning out. I don't see how people do it. Because I'm going to show you what I've dumped out of this pay dirt into the bucket. Look at all that. I mean, that's just brown mud, and look at all the organics floating on the top. It's funky. And I mean, even my tailings is still, I mean, it's clear enough. Tap it back, and looky there. We got a lot in that last batch. Love me some gold. We've got 8 pieces, 8 nice size pieces of gold. And we are done. All right, there it is. This is 3 times. In a nice little orderly fashion too. Isn't that nice? Let's go 10 times. Oh! You can see the quartz in some of it. Look at that. That's a pretty piece. Just pretty gold. Pow! And just like that, we are done with the Mariposa Outlaw Mining Company pay dirt bag, the 1 gram guaranteed pay dirt bag. Everything is in the snuffer bottle. There it is. I'm going to pull it out, clean it up, dry it, take it upstairs. We will get the microscope out. We'll look at it. We'll get a value, and we will see if this guy is consistent. Let's hope he is. All right, we are in the room. The gold is dried. Let's look at it with the foam, and then we'll weigh it. There it is with just the ugly camera with a little light. Now let's get a good shot of it. Man, here is the gold. Nice and dry. Pretty looking stuff. Lots of quartz in the gold too. Got the tray on. We're going to zero that out. We are on grams, and looking at this, looks like it could be more than a gram for sure. Who knows? Let's weigh it. There's a gram right there. Holy crap. 1.486 grams of gold. That's awesome. Damn. 1.486. That's nice. That's more than the first one I got. 1.486. That's just damn.
You said a bad language word.
All right, let's get on the gold calculator. Let's get a value.
Damn. Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
First thing I did was pull up the gold calculator, and I just saw the gold prices for today. It's March 31st. The gold prices are at $31.31. $3,131. $100 a gram now. It's insane. All right, so the total weight of the gold was actually 1.485 grams. We're going to call it 24 karat natural placer gold. Like I said, 31.83 for an ounce of gold. We'll calculate 149.53. That's great, because this is what I paid for it. This is the only thing I didn't like about it. I get why he bumped it up. It's $135. Last time I bought it, I think it was $125. But then I paid $5 more for shipping than I did last time. So it's $135 plus 10 shipping. I paid $145 for it out the door. Yeah, $149.53 is what the value was. $145, over 100%, 103%. Let's look at this stuff. I need to get me a better setup for looking at gold with my microscope. Yeah, I can hear you. What are you doing?
What did you spend $79 on?
At my doctor's appointment.
Okay. I was going to make sure that was you.
Yeah, that was me. I don't know why it was that, but that's what they told me. I got the receipt in the truck. Alright, so here's the gold. It is really pretty gold, just like the other one. It is that crystalline gold. Here's a piece of quartz in. Look at that. That's a pretty piece right there. Zoom on that one. Wow. Zoom back out. See how flaky it is? That's why, even though it looks like a large amount, it's very thin gold. I'm assuming that's what crystalline gold is. It's very thin, crystallized gold. But it's just so damn awesome looking. Very impressed with this pay dirt. All right, there it is. Another great return on that pay dirt. The only thing I didn't like, and well, let's just say this. Like I said, the first time I bought it, it was like 125 bucks. And then the second time it was $5 more shipping. I think it was $10 more for the bag. I just looked to see if he had some more. And this is again, March 31st. And he does. But now it's for $160 something. So not a fan of that. I understand when gold prices are going up. So if gold prices are going up, people are going to jack up the prices of their pay dirt. But he's only guaranteeing a gram. So if he puts a gram in and I buy it for $168, that's only 60 something percent return. If he puts that amount of gold in your pay dirt bags, then it's obviously worth 145, 150 bucks. But yeah, if it's just a gram, then you're like, wait a minute, that's not near as good as it could have been. So I can't complain about this bag. I can't complain about either bag. They were both great bags. But he only has to put a gram of gold in. So if people are willing to buy a gram guaranteed bag for that much money, then, you know, the only thing that I can tell you guys, and the reason why I'm saying it this way is I don't want to say, oh, this guy's great, go out there and get his gold, because it's fantastic. This is the second time I've gotten his gold, and he's new. So I don't know if this is the way he's going to stay consistently or if he's going to change it. I don't know, because I don't want to steer you guys wrong and tell you something that's not true. I'm just going on by what I've gotten from him so far. But as far as this pay dirt is concerned, I cannot complain one bit. The other weird thing is the material. Material was totally different than the first one. First one had a ton of magnetics, very heavy stuff, hard to pan. This one, when I got it, it was wet. I had to dry it out, and I think when I dried it out, it hardened some of the dirt, turned it into dirt clods, and I had to break them up. The material itself, there was a lot of quartz in it, and it was very easy to pan, a lot of mica in it. Totally different than the first pay dirt. But the gold was still that crystalline gold. It's beautiful gold. I didn't get any big pieces this time, but I did get a lot of nice flakes. I will get another bag from him, but right now I looked at his price. It's already up to like $168. I ain't paying that much for only a gram guaranteed bag of gold, and take that chance if I'm going to get a gram or 1.4 grams. Yep, that's it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this pay dirt review of the Mariposa Outlaw Mining Company. I've said it so many times, it just rolls off the tongue now. Again, I almost got 1.5 grams. It was fantastic. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like button, share button, notification bell. Helps my channel, and I really would appreciate it. And I thank you guys for watching this video. And for all of you who watch all of my videos, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. And until my next review, this is Heath saying peace and love, and bye.